we went to the DI and got all sorts of desks and treasures. Yeah, just wonderful things. All of the little crafts that I learned that I've now started passing on to my kids. All the weaving and the pillow tops and all the times of sitting there and making those suckers, the big round suckers that we'd always try to get Grandma to make, and I won't tell the story when I kicked her in the shins, but
oh, tell that story.
She used to tell it pretty well.
well, anyway, I can't even remember why, but I made the gross mistake of kicking you in the shins. And the second it happened, I knew there was trouble. And so I took off running for home. And that old green machine fired up in the driveway and came squealing out of there. And it wasn't Grandma driving. It was not Grandma driving. And I remember running like the world, my life depended on it. And of course, when it backed out, that dip, you heard it scrape as it came out, and the front scraped, and it engine roared. And I made it almost all the way to the keyhole right up by the house on 2nd North, and I knew I wasn't going to make it home, so I turned into the keyhole praying that I'd hide. And I remember that vehicle squealing to a stop right behind me, and I swear it was probably 2 steps because he had such long legs, but Grandpa had me by one hand on the arm, and that hand that was larger than my backside right up in the air. And I remember that even through all that, Grandma was still trying to defend me. But that was all the memories of the just wonderful times and sleepovers and
Well, Grandma was definitely Grandpa's queen. And I remember as a boy growing up that Dad never said anything. But I always very clearly understood that if I were ever to do anything to offend my mother in any way, I just knew somehow, as kind and gentle as my father always was, I knew that somehow if I stepped over that line, I would find myself somewhere in the corner in a heap. Because Dad was always so protective of Mother. One thing I never did, you did not sass Mom, you did not ever, do anything very negative to Mother because Dad would be right there.
Well, I had it happen to me. I remember telling her I hated her, and I got backhanded. I didn't do that again.
Yeah, Dad was pretty protective of Mother.
yeah. And of course, there's always pickles and peppermint.
They cure
They'll
anything.
cure anything.
Vinegar. We know that.